64.
I prefer the 62 myself. Still, beats a bag of peanuts.
Monsieur Scaramanga will welcome you personally.
Forgive me, Mr. Bond. A vulgar display, but I couldn't resist it. Because I am so delighted to see you again. A harmless toy. I am, as you can see now, completely unarmed. Cigarette? We have so much in common, Mr. Bond. We have so much to discuss, and we will never have this opportunity again. Ours is the loneliest profession, so let us spend a few pleasant hours together.
How can I refuse such a gracious invitation?
Splendid! Splendid! Knick-Knack, I expect you to surpass yourself. He's a cordon bleu, you know.
By the way, where's Miss Goodnight?
Oh, she's around here somewhere. There's no way for her to leave, so she does as she pleases. How do you like my island?
Bit off the beaten track, isn't it?
It's rent-free. I do my landlords an occasional favor.
A cozy arrangement. Servant problem, I suppose?
Not at all. Knick-Knack does for me very nicely. Usually it was just the two of us, but having guests is no inconvenience. We're entirely self-supporting. We have every electrical labor-saving device you could possibly think of. This is an airlock, as you are doubtless aware. Automatic, of course. Naturally, we have an ample supply of electricity here. Let me show you.
This should run a few electric toothbrushes.
Up here.
A solar energy station. So this is what it's all about. Huh? Thermoelectric generators to convert solar energy into electricity. All built by High-Fat's construction company, no doubt.
Somehow I seem to have inherited it from them. It's all fully automated. That's Kra, maintenance and security. He looks after everything in here. Knick-Knack does everything else when he isn't polishing the silver. They tell me the electricity is stored in here somewhere. Science was never my strong point.
Superconductivity coils cooled by liquid helium. If I were you, I wouldn't stick my finger, or anything else for that matter, in there. At 453 degrees below zero, that liquid helium would break it off like an icicle.
You really know far more about it than I do, Mr. Bond. I'm arranging for every country that can afford the price to send their experts here to see for themselves.
But no Solex until the money is in the bank, right?
Right.
I have run across similar situations.
Not what I've got here. This way, the highest bidder can build hundreds of these stations and sell franchises for hundreds more. He will literally have the sun in his pocket. A monopoly on solar power.
The oil sheiks will pay you just to keep solar energy off the market.
The thought had occurred to me. This is the collection point.
So that's where it belongs. Our famous Solex in the still down there transmits heat to the thermal generators. It's collected through this. But where is it collected from? You need the sun.
Watch that mushroom-shaped rock. Ingenious, isn't it?
The panels lock onto the sun and then track it automatically.
Something like that, yes.
Reflected through this, those panels must produce a heat of at least 3,500 degrees Fahrenheit.
If you say so, Mr. Bond. But I do know that we can focus the power wherever we want. Over here, I'll show you. This is a bonus. Goes with the Solex. No extra charge. This is the part I really like. Now that's what I call solar power.
That's what I call trouble.
You must admit, Mr. Bond, I am now undeniably the man with the golden gun. Lunch. This way, Mr. Bond. Ah, Miss Goodnight.
James!
Aren't we a little overdressed, good night?
I like a girl in a bikini. No concealed weapons. Miss Goodnight, please. Mr. Bond. Now let's see what Knick-Knack has for us. Ah, mushrooms.
The fried mushroom looks terribly interesting.
Yes, I noticed that. I'll get around to it later. Having fun in the sun, good night?
Yes. I could stay here forever.
Excellent. Slightly reminiscent of a 34 Mouton.
Then I must add it to my cellar.
You live well, Scaramanga.
At $1 million a contract, I can afford to, Mr. Bond. You work for peanuts. A hearty well done from Her Majesty the Queen and a pittance of a pension. Apart from that, we are the same. To us, Mr. Bond, we are the best.
There's a useful four-letter word, and you're full of it. When I kill, it's on the specific orders of my government. And those I kill are themselves killers.
Oh, come, Mr. Bond. You disappoint me. You get as much fulfillment out of killing as I do, so why don't you admit it?
I admit killing you would be a pleasure.
You should have done that when you first saw me. But then, of course, the English don't consider it sporting to kill in cold blood, do they?
Don't count on that.
I could have shot you down when you landed, but that would have been ridiculously easy. You see, Mr. Bond, like every great artist, I want to create an indisputable masterpiece once in my lifetime. The death of 007, mano a mano, face to face, will be mine.
You mean stuffed and displayed over your rocky mantelpiece?
That's an amusing idea, but I was thinking in terms of history. A duel between titans. My golden gun against your Walther PPK. Each of us with a 50-50 chance.
6 bullets to your 1?
I only need 1.
Sounds a bit old-fashioned, doesn't it? I mean, pistols at dawn, that sort of thing.
Indeed it is, Mr. Bond. But it still remains the only true test for gentlemen.
I doubt if you qualify on that score. However, I accept. As soon as I finish this delicious lunch that Knick-Knack has prepared for us.
Messieurs,